What's going on, everyone? It's Corey here from the Breakevens, giving you another AFL Supercoach video today. We will be continuing our player profiles. We have Luke Parker today, a big trade over pre-season, or the off-season, and could be very Supercoach relevant. So before we get into that, make sure you go check out any of the other videos that you may have missed. Give them a like and subscribe to the channel for daily AFL Supercoach content all the way up to round one. And you can find me on X at Breakevens Pod and on Facebook, The Breakevens. Like, follow, and subscribe on all social media platforms for, as I said, daily Supercoach content. And before that, before we get in to the video, the Breakevens. We have a Supercoach League for anyone to join. To join, you need to use code 266136. Again, 266136 to join in all the fun and see who comes out on top. All the boring stuff done. Let's get into the video. So Luke Parker comes in at $343.6 thousand as a forward and midfielder. He averaged 70.9 in 2024, and his best career average was 119.9 Supercoach points in 2016. Last season, he had some injury problems and a suspension problem, so he only played 7 games. And with those 7 games, he sort of came out of favour at the Swans under Horst Longmire. A few things I want to go through is all his CBAs from 2020 onwards and the averages that came with those CBA percentages. In 2020, Luke Parker was the #1 midfielder at the Swans. He had 83% of CBAs and he averaged 106.3 Supercoach points. Absolutely insane. In 2021, he was once again the #1 midfielder at the Swans and had 72% CBAs for an average of 108.7 Supercoach points. In 2022, it was very much the same. He was the #1 midfielder at the Swans with 72% CBAs once again and averaged 103.9 Supercoach points. In 2023, once again, he was the #1 midfielder at the Swans with 75% CBAs for an average of 96.9 Supercoach points. And in 2024, he was the 5th midfielder at the Swans with only 33% of CBAs with a drop of 70.9 Supercoach points. As you can see, if he gets bulk amount of CBAs, he can score very, very well. From 2020 to 2023, those are all top 5 averages for forwards. So can he do that? Probably not, because he's got on in age, and the North Melbourne midfield is absolutely stacked with young kids now. I know I just said now, but moving on, I think that he'll get 60% midfield time this season. I think it'll be a 60-40 split. You'll be silly to think that he won't play forward at all. He's definitely going to play forward. And I don't think it's going to be a simple 50-50 split. I think he gets 60% CBAs. Now, what do I think he can average with 60% CBAs? So I think you could lock him in for a 95 if he gets 60%. And his best, looking at those averages, probably I reckon maybe 102 at best. Again, he's got on in age, so he's not as young as he was in 2020, obviously, where he averaged 106, or in 2016 where he averaged 111. but I think he's still very serviceable. And with 60% CBAs, I'm pretty sure he's low ownership at the moment. He could be a good pod, and for those who don't know, a pod is a player of difference. Now, I did say there are a lot of mids at North Melbourne, so you've got the likes of Harry Sheasel, you got Luke Davies-Uniacke. I did have George Wardlaw here, but he's injured for about 8 to 10 weeks with a hamstring. You got McKercher, you have Simpkin in there that are all looking to get mid time. And I'm pretty sure there's someone else there that I am missing, but you get the point. There's a lot of people trying to get mid minutes there. So is 60% CBAs realistic for Luke Parker? I mean, look, in a world, yes, you can see Simpkin play a bit more forward. And then you got Sheasel, LDU, and McKercher there because Wardlaw's out early. So I can definitely see a rotation there with McKercher and Parker. And what that could be is maybe McKercher goes to the outside and Parker comes in and someone else goes forward. We know that Sheasel is playing that mid going forward role. So is it a full rotation there, or does Parker and Sheasel switch here and there? Not quite sure. But there's definitely a lot of minutes there with Wardlaw out for someone to pick up. And I think Luke Parker could be that person. The good thing about Luke Parker is he doesn't need to be in the midfield to score points. He's very crafty up forward. So he is a goal threat. He always seems to get on the end of one or two goals. He's a great overhead mark. He's very good above his shoulders. So, that helps correlate to impacting the scoreboard. Usually those smaller guys might struggle a little bit, but he's so good overhead that you're basically almost playing like a third tall. So he can score when he plays up forward. Now, he is priced at a 63.7 average. So if he goes 95, you get 30 points of value there, which would see him jump up to 512k and would become a primo. So he's one of those guys you're picking. Yes, you can pick him as a stepping stone, but really, if you're picking Parker, I think you're picking him to be a primo. So if you can get that 95 average, you are laughing. Definitely wait for and see his role. Obviously, we know it's going to be mid forward, but how many CBAs will he get? What is that rotation? Who gets pushed around? So, all in all, I think Luke Parker could be a great selection. Just all depends on those CBAs and what you think he can average. If he goes 95 plus, he is a lock. But that is going to do it for today. So thank you for watching. Hopefully that helped a little bit. Wardlaw being out does help Parker. So keep an eye. If you have missed any of the other videos that I have posted recently, make sure you go check them out and give them a like and subscribe to the channel for daily Supercoach content all the way to round 1. Join the Breakevens League code. It's 266136 to join. Again, 266136. You can find me on X at Breakevens Pod and on Facebook, the Breakevens. Like, follow, and subscribe on all social media platforms for daily AFL Supercoach content. I'll see you back here again tomorrow with another video. Until then, it's bye for now.